You know what's super cool? Gamers. Do you know what people really love? Gamer girls. Whether you're on Twitch or like me at the edge of a couch watching my girlfriend's blank stare as she slaps away some Ensemble's rhythm gacha game. A word I can't and I bet you can't spell. Ensemble. Ensemble. But whoa, Dakota, hold on a minute. You almost made me drop my croissant. You're gonna sit here and talk about real girls on your channel? Fear not, my friend. There's something even greater than what I'm describing to you right now. Imagine gamer girls. Now imagine anime gamer girls. Anime girls who game. To talk about this wonderful world of anime gaming girls, we have to take a step back because before the time of watching these peanut-brained anime girls do a raid at 3 in the morning, we have to go all the way back to where it started. And I'm assuming that was Dot Hack. Dot Hack was an anime back in the day and a game, kind of like its first little isekai about being in a game. They played games together. It was super boring. It was super boring. I'm sorry for all the Dot Hack fans out there. I'm sorry for all 5 of you guys that I pissed off, but fast forward a few years being almost a decade or two, and a decade or two being what it felt like to watch all of Dot Hack at once. We get a few more shows focused around this idea of anime characters playing an anime game and sometimes being inside the game. You had shows like Excel World, which is a lot more fast-paced fun about anime characters being in a video game, but this is in the modern day and it looks really nice. And the creator making another show and a series and a franchise, it blew up a little bit. It has it's a little bit of a staple in the anime community history. And that's a little show called Sword Art Online. The world exploded when Sword Art Online came out, okay? It was one of the most hyped up shows because anime was starting to get mainstream. There was YouTubers everywhere talking about anime and what upcoming. Oh, you know, this anime is going to be made by this studio and it's directed by this guy and it has music from this person. Names are on the screen. I can't remember off the top of my head. And yes, soundtrack was amazing. Animation was amazing. Story was a fun concept. It fell flat a little bit, but we're not here to talk about Sword Art Online. That's not main cute girls doing cute things. That's side cute girls doing cute things. Specifically this one right here, which is the best one. And unlike the other girl, looks good with blue hair. You heard me. Fight me. Although Sword Art Online is not the first one to do this, it was the biggest one to do this, and it definitely turned a lot of heads to put the attention on this little genre known as isekai. More importantly, for me, it became prevalent that there's another niche genre out there of cute anime characters playing video games. You have this wonderful idea of cute anime characters playing a specific type of video game known as a MMO or an MMORPG, or if the anime character is very cute, a MMOA. People love massive multiplayer online role-playing game. Role-playing game? You got your Final Fantasy 14, you got your World of Warcraft. For those a little bit more of a nostalgic kick, you got RuneScape and Gaia Online, technically, because you could play online. It was massive multiplayer online. It was a lot of forums, and you can't tell me you get a happy little tug at your heartstrings when you hear that really extremely heavy MIDI guitar strum pluck. MMOs were an amazing place to go online and make online friends, whether you're in the forum of it or you're actually in the world playing the game and meeting people. It doesn't matter if you have real life people to play with, you got somebody online across the world. But when manga and anime look at this MMORPG, let's just slap a cute anime girl and have her play the game. Whether she's good, whether she's bad, doesn't matter, because there's this little thing called moe. Anime and manga have this really cool skill to be able to just make a cute anime girl and then put them in a story, and that's all the writing you need to do. It's one of my favorite genres. It's just called cute girls. If you want to get a little spicy, if you want to get a little creative, a little wacky, tacky day, you can add the genre cute girls doing cute things. And this could be anywhere from wanting to make friends, bullying somebody, playing a rock band, learning guitar, getting over social skills. But mostly, if you just sit there and have a cute girl in anime or manga, 9 times out of 10, you're going to find some people that absolutely love it and want more of it. And when some people made their anime girls, they decided to put them into a story of, oh, they're gonna play this MMORPG. There are 3 anime and manga that I specifically want to talk about when it comes to this genre, and that's mostly because there are only 3 big ones that I could think of, because this niche genre is very small. I know there are other ones that are probably better, but these are the ones that I love, and we're gonna talk about them. The first anime that comes near and dear to my heart, not because they're just a walking around cute, adorable quarter-life crisis. We have the anime
Recovery of an MMO Junkie.
Not to be confused with Recovery of a Junkie, where your cousin Braxton came back to town from rehab. He's gonna be living in your room, by the way. Just dropping that on you. Recovery of an MMO Junkie is about this beautiful, stacked woman right here, Mori Morioka, or Mori Mori, or Mori Moriori, or
Pastor Mori too was that guy, denouncing anyone when they whipping gold by fist to the sky.
She is a solid, staggering 30-year-old woman, beautiful, elegant, smart, and I'm just now realizing that I'm 30 now, recording this, and when I watched this anime, I was a lot younger than that. So now I'm like, oh, I'm the same age as the character, and I'm gonna be older than them at some point. And I used to think that, oh no, they're 30 and they ain't got their stuff together. And I'm kind of having a little bit of a quarter-life crisis myself here. Now, our girl Morioliolioli quit her office job to become a stay-at-home gamer girl. Something that is kind of relatable for me and you, because guess what, Dad? I quit my job today. I'm gonna become a YouTuber. Don't worry, I've been studying SEO like all week, Dad. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna be paying the mortgage or the house. And why are you packing my stuff? Why are you closing the door? Now, we're introduced to Morty when she is first making this decision. She comes home after a day of celebratories. You're gonna retire early, good for you. Good job, Morty. Now, Morty isn't your average hikikomori. Hikikomori? Wait, Mori Morioka, hikikomori, that has to be a pun, that has to be intentional. She cooks, she cleans, she takes care of herself, she lets herself go a little bit, lets the eyebrows kind of, doesn't pluck them as much, doesn't really cut her, do her hair, toenails might be a little bit awkwardly long. Now, Mori's story is that she loves MMORPGs, and she specifically loved this certain one that got the server shut down. She was there from the beginning. She shared this moment with one of her best friends and potential love interest in the game, and they said goodbye, and the server shut down, and they lost contact, and they never talked to each other again. I don't know, they never exchanged numbers or, you know, talk to each other outside of it, or add each other on Facebook or MSN Messenger. I don't know when this took place. I don't know, but they lost contact, and they loved each other a lot because they played the game every single day together, and they're basically like an in-game married couple. So she starts her new adventure, this new game that she's gonna base her new character around the guy that she liked, this blue-haired, adorable, cute boy. She's in this new MMO she's playing. Now, this is where I gotta address the issue of this show, and not just specifically this show, but other shows like this genre of anime characters playing video games, specifically MMOs, is that the story and the plot, you kind of gotta just forgive it a lot. You gotta forgive it for plot conveniences or plot holes, because the MMO is a massive multiplayer online game, right? Massive being gargantuous, multiplayer being multiple players, and online being Sword Art Online. But for some reason, due to plot convenience and wanting the main characters that are in the game to play together, the servers are basically a mile radius of each other, and everybody just runs into each other or happens to figure out who they are in real life. You'll have, for example, Morty playing a game and then going down to the convenience store, the conveni, and conveniently, dare I say, conveniently, the person in the game is actually the clerk, and they're able to be like, oh, I play this game too, and then eventually they'll probably figure out who they are. There's also this new girl that she meets in the game, and they start playing together, and they start becoming friends because she looks like her old character in that old game. But guess what? It's not really a random character that happens to be conveniently placed over here. It's actually the old character that was with her in that game in the old MMO before it got shut down, the one that they like a bunch. The one that we dare say is now a love interest. Now, If you forgive the absolute absurdity with these shows when it comes to meeting people that are online and meeting people in real life on a massive multiplayer online game, you'll be able to watch these shows and forgive it, because a lot of these you just kind of got to forgive the plot holes of it. The thing I love most about this show is Morty and how she comes out of her shell after immediately reclusing back into it. She was out there, she was doing her thing in the world, working an office job, and she gave up all this to recluse back into what she thought she wanted, which was just to play video games and find that happiness again that she found in the original MMO. Thus finding out that maybe that's not exactly what she needed in the first place, that she was actually looking for maybe a companion or a friend. This show is really relatable in the sense that it talks about Morty escaping reality to go to this game. She is leaving all the scary lives and jobs and taxes. This anime may not be the first to do it, but what it does really well is tackle that huge solace that comes with an online relationship in a game or on a server or anything like that. Because unlike MMO Junkie, your crush isn't down the street or the person you gave your seat to on the bus, because the servers are literally like 3 feet of each other. They're probably halfway across the world, probably lying to you. They're probably not even that much into you. They're probably sending you pictures of his wife, getting you to send them money. Stop sending the online person money is what I'm telling you. I'm here. You can send money to me. I'm real. I'm 100%. And speaking of anime girls online that are not anime girls online, we have our next anime.
And you thought there is never a girl online.
Oh, so you never thought there was any girls online in another world with a cheat skill that makes me overpowered and I can squeeze mana out of my butt cheeks to form a new government in this world where my past life was an office job and I was tired of it? In another world, did I mention? Taking a step back from the dark, scary world of Morty's adult life, 30-year-old life flashing before your eyes, and we get to go back to high school and be a super cute fluffy show in high school. You see, where Morty was able to do in-person social skills and gaming social skills by the end of the show, this character only has one of those, and it's gaming social skills, and she brings that into the real world. Of course, I'm talking about this adorable dummy-dumb as the list goes down, the anime girls do get a little bit dumber. So keep that in mind. But we got this adorable girl, Akko. With this anime, we don't start off with Akko. We start off with Hideki. Hideki is a gamer who is now scarred and swears off online relationships forever because he had a moment, just like you, just like me, just like everybody in the history of playing a video game as a teenager. They liked a character and they got along with him very well and they loved it, and they were like, I love you, Daisuki Daio, please be mine. And the girl was like, hey bro, it's just a game and I'm a man and I don't want to date. He basically went all in on this online relationship thinking that it was going to be a real relationship, where the other guy was like, oh, this is like an RP, it's just an online thing, not that big of a deal, we're going to go along with it. And then all of a sudden, oh no, he actually caught feelings. So Hideki is basically scarred and cringing from everything that he's ever done. So he rids it off. He's like, you know what? No more. I'm no longer going to be going into online relationships. It's just going to be the game and that's it. Can you guess what the show is about? So then we enter Akko and the other characters that they form this small guild with, and then they're hanging out, they're having fun, and Akko gets to be really liking Hideki, right? And she's like, hey, you know, I like you, let's go out. And they get married in game. And he's like, you know what? It's probably another guy. We're going to tackle this like an RP. We're going to go along with it, but it's just strictly going to be for the story and for pretending. And then the main guild guy is like, hey, we're all going to meet up together. We're going to do a cute, fun in-game person. And he's like, man, this is going to be really awkward because the girl that I married in the game with is probably going to be a big old sweaty guy. So they all meet up in person, and lo and behold, whoa, these characters are actually cute girls. The main guild leader, cute, awesome girl president. One of the other characters, she's just an adorable bratty lolly character, like just a flat-chested bitch. Can you guess which one's my favorite? And then you got Akko, who is 100% genuinely themselves, and almost to a fault. because she doesn't really understand the social cues of real life versus everything that happens in game is what she's going to continue carrying on in real life, because she likes that version of the world. She likes being able to call her new hubby Rushian, which is his name, which is actually really cool. When Akko meets up with Rushian, she believes for real life, like, they're married, they're in love with each other. That is her Rushian, and he's like, no, you gotta learn to love the real me. And she's like, bet, Rushian. Actually, a really nice touch to the storytelling in this. It's how Akko is really just Hideki from the past, if it was just let loose and filled with moe and cute fluff. Now, obviously, Akko being a full-on Chunibyo, full-on real world is the same as online world, is going to lead to some funny moments especially when you find out, remember that coincidence thing I said about all the characters just happen to know each other or live in the same world? Well, Akko and Hideki and the lolly bitch and the main president all go to the same school. The flat-chested tsundere character, her name is Akane. And Akane is one of the popular girls, so nobody knows that she games. She's not a gamer. She's a popular girl. I'm too good for video games and all that nerdy stuff. And you have funny moments where Akko just walks in and it's like, hey, how's it going? Shouting out her online handle, which is like this full-on weeb ass name, proclaiming to the world that, you know, Hideki is her husband, Rushian, and Akito having a mental breakdown because the whole world is about to find out that she's just this online gamer. I've rambled on long enough about the plot points of this show. This new guild gets together and they do competitions. They go do tournaments. Akko keeps trying to get Hideki to fall in love with her because she loves her Rushian, but Hideki's like, hey, I'm not Rushian, I'm Hideki. I want you to fall in love with me. And Akko just stays an angry tsundere little brat, and she's great, leave her there.
Hey, I felt the need to put this in because I was in the middle of editing it, but this is the mom, by the way. This is like, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but like, do with that information what you will, but this is the mom.
The show has very big slapstick comedy. It has really big awkward situations, a lot of otaku pandering when it comes to the feel-good moments of the show. So if you're not really into like just really forgiving the plot for being this loose, tying things together that don't make sense for the sake of just being cute and heartfelt, then it's gonna be very jarring for you. But if you like all that and you forgive all that, it's a great piece of fluff. Other than Akko being an adorable little fluff ball, one of the main treats for me is watching the characters kind of grow together with Akko and teaching Akko the difference and importance of separating real life from gaming life, but also being able to keep those two mixed in together a little bit. A little best of both worlds, a little Hannah Montana for you. See, in Hideki's eyes, Akko is this girl that he has no real life connections to, that he wants to be able to make a real life connection to. All he knows is her from the game. And in Akko's eyes, Hideki is the same person and the same character as the person in the game, and she's already happy and fulfilled and just wants to be happy, but Hideki doesn't have that emotional attachment yet. And So You Never Thought There Were Any Girls Online is a solid show. Akko, adorable, ditzy, kind of dumb, pisses in Mountain Dew bottles. Moving on. This next anime is the reason for me making this video. It's one that's a little bit newer, a little bit more well-known, that everybody has probably recently watched in the last year or two, especially with season 2 coming out. It's a little anime called
Bofuri, I don't want to get hurt.
Bofuri's Nut. Now, Bofuri was under the radar for me. I never watched Bofuri when this started out with, because I saw the anime, I saw the premise. Man, did I make a huge mistake. Although there is nothing to it, there's one thing that this anime has that is very important and prevalent to everybody that has to watch this show, and that is syrup. Bofuri is one of the most lighthearted MMO, like slice of life anime that actually focuses on the MMO game itself and the gameplay. Now, we get a girl who has never played a game before, and she starts playing this one game without her friend because her friend is grounded for getting a bad test score. Now, we'll talk about her and her amazing self later, but right now, we're talking about Maple, where she makes her name Maple, and that's who we're going to refer to her as now. And her game of choice is a MMO called The New World Order. If I wanted to describe the plot very fast to you, I would say that Maple is a character that plays a video game and she kind of breaks the entire fucking game. As the title bofuri suggests, I didn't want to get hurt, so I maxed out my defense stat. Maple plays this game, doesn't have any guidance, so she just ends up making very simple-minded monkey brain decisions to be able to break the game. So she maxes out her defense stat, so she puts no stats towards attack, anything, and just goes forward with the entire plot being Maple does something different with her small brain and breaks the entire game. I know I keep saying breaks the entire game, but I need to emphasize that because she literally breaks the game. Like, there are things that shouldn't be happening in the game that she just does because of her simple-minded dumb brain. If you didn't love MMO Junkie because it was not as fluffy or lighthearted, and if you didn't love And so you never thought there was any girls online because it didn't focus too seriously on the plot or the actual game. bofuri has found a way to merge both of these great things together, doing it at the same time. Like, there are episodes that are episodic because they're in the same tournament for a day or two, while also being just a cute, adorable slice of life show because the focus of the show is just Maple being adorable. And yes, dare I say, a little bit of a dummy-dum. Although it does have jokes in there that are just at the expense of a main character's full-on personality or power. For example, we're gonna have this joke where bofuri just is maxed out the fence and can't walk slow. Never fixes that. She doesn't get faster, she doesn't get more attack, she just walks slow. They find a way to work around it and keep that joke going. It builds jokes on itself, and the more ways they find to break the game, the more ways you just fall in love with it. Maple is the definition, the embodiment of simple-minded, simple-brain monkey playing video game. I'm just gonna max out my defense and be okay with it. Let me explain a few things that they've done in this show, okay? So the first night she plays this game, she maxes out her defense, right? And now it's time to go get training. Well, I don't have any attacks, so my attacks are not gonna do anything, so what am I gonna do? I guess I'll just let this little bug thing attack me, right? And then when it attacks, it just does a little damage, like a fraction of a little damage, just because it just attacked a max defense character. She just stands there and takes it and plays with the damn thing. She just fiddles with this and just has fun. And then the bug dies, and then she ends up getting this like level up. All right, cool. You leveled up a little bit. You got some XP. That's great. It took forever. Well, you can't just keep doing this for the rest of your life, right? She, I guess, just drifts off, falls asleep. A bunch of bugs attack her. They can't kill her, so she's just AFK. Hey, she leveled up again. Now she has a lot more stats on her defense, right? She just does so many dumb things. She goes and fights this dragon, right? There's this poison dragon Leviathan that is just like a 3-person raid, but she's gonna do it herself because she thinks that that's a good idea. She goes in, she plays the raid, she's trying to figure it out. Again, by herself, no help, no whatsoever, no Googling, how do I beat this? Just goes in, and she can't win. She can't figure out how to beat it because 1, she's by herself in a 3 or 4 person raid, and 2, she has no attack. So what I'm guessing is the equivalent of button mashing. She ends up taking a bite out of the dragon, which does a little damage and also absorbs a little something. So she has this ability that she gained earlier. So she's like, okay, cool. I got all night. I'm just gonna eat the entire dragon 1 HP at a time. And that's how she wins. And then she gets the ability of Leviathan, this poison dragon, to where now she can do, it's not her damage, it's not her attack, it's the poison damage that she does now. She deals poison damage. The poison is its own damage. She doesn't have any attack. The poison does the damage for her. Now, you would think an anime about a character who has a maxed out defense is going to be really boring because they're not going to do any kind of challenges. You're wrong. You're so wrong. Because although she has a max defense stat, right? Although one of her first victories in the top 3 or top 4, she basically did nothing the entire time. There are raids and battles and near impossible missions that she does that come close to basically murking her. Quick thinking or random ideas she has, little simple monkey brain tactics, she ends up pulling out on top. Now, you may have heard me mention before the homie Syrup. Syrup is one of the companions that, it's an animal companion that she gets that they weren't really supposed to get. It was like a broken raid that was meant to troll people. Lo and behold, it's Maple, so she beat it. And Syrup is the homie. Syrup is one of the best characters in this, if not, dare I say, anime as a whole. If there was a list that I need to make one day of anime homies, Syrup is at the top of that list, because Syrup just chills, and he is great, and he is stupidly powerful too. He can do a hyper beam. Another example of Maple just being simple-minded and trying to get around. The joke that was at the beginning that stuck with the whole entire show is that Maple is not very fast. She is like, okay, well, we need to figure out how to get faster because I can't have my team carry me around all day. So she's like, okay, I want to get to point A to point B. I'm going to make Syrup big. So now we got Big Turtle. All right, now I taught Syrup levitate, so it can levitate itself. We can get on Syrup and we can just fly across the map. Now, mind you, there is no flying mechanic in this game yet. There's 2 or 3 floors and none of them have flying mechanics. None of them can get to point A to point B in the air. She just found this out and just did it for the hell of it. Now, there are other characters besides Maple and the homie Syrup. There's this really cool sword girl that they have an altercation with in the beginning, and now they're friends. There's also Sally, who was the girl that was going to be playing originally, but was grounded because she messed up her test scores, who is a swashbuckler, whatever the hell that means. Super cool, super skilled. She is like an amazing gamer. It's really cool how all of Maple's friends are good in their own way. Bofuri does an amazing job of being a cute slice of life fluffy anime while also being very serious and to its like story of the game, to just, it's not just Maple douching around a little bit and just getting into new things, although she does that a lot. There's still events happening, there's still background characters that are plotting stuff. Every single character in this show has a unique aspect to them, right? They have their own little Maple effect of where they have a little like side thing to them, right? Sally is a swashbuckler, but she likes to go out on her own and does her own little thing and hunts people because she can do it faster than Maple, and she has little fun altercations by herself. There's another character who is the Rise of the Phoenix girl, the red hair character. She's great because she just in this position of power, only getting it through like, I guess, good speech, and now everybody loves her and respects her, and she has no idea what she's doing, and she wants to cry and she wants to go home, but she can't because she's in charge of hundreds of people now, and she needs to pull up her big girl britches and get to work, but she just wants to play the game and have fun. She doesn't want to be boss anymore. So with these shows, like I said, there are things you gotta forgive about it when it comes to the plot for furthering it out. Before, we had the problem of characters just knowing each other in real life. This isn't the case in this anime, and it mostly focuses on in-game activities and not even the characters outside of the game, except for when we get adorable things of Maple and Sally in school. But that's not to say there is things you have to forgive about this show. The main thing of this show is Maple being adorable and being overpowered and just getting through objectives by being a simple brain. There are a lot of fights that she wins that she probably shouldn't have won. You kind of got to forgive that. We got to let it go. We got to just run with it, let her have it. There's also this thing where it's getting at the end of season 1, it's absolutely ridiculous. I've not finished season 2 yet, so I don't know if there's even more. But Maple has this bad habit of getting upgrades that she shouldn't be getting. And it started off slow, right? She got the poison dragon. Oh, we got Syrup. That's cool. All right. Oh, we got a new form. And then she's just a mech at one point. She's just a mech. And then she just becomes a dragon monster. She just becomes she beats a dragon monster, and now she can become the dragon monster. She has like a back pocket full of just random stuff she can pull out at any point. And I don't know if it happened yet in the manga, light novel, or anime, but there hasn't been a time yet where she's pulled out all the stops and has gotten her butt beat or still could not win. Every single time you think that she's about to lose, she pulls out a back pocket card and wins. So if you can forgive stuff like that, then Bofuri is going to be one of the most amazing shows out of this list of watching. If you want to watch cute anime girls doing things and the things are games. So yeah, all in all, when it comes to gamer girls and girls playing video games in an MMO setting, these three are an absolute treat. And this genre, this little small niche genre, is amazing. Is Morty Morioka going to go back into the world of social life and having a job and being able to find out that she didn't need a game to make her happy? She needed friends and social interactions that she had in the original game. Is Akko going to find something more to life than just the video games and friends in real life, and realize that there's a big distinction and value in IRL friends than just the video game friends? Or is this small, cute, adorable girl playing a video game for the first time going to absolutely break the fucking game again to where the devs can't even update it fast enough? I don't know what else to do. We took away her powers. We nerfed her abilities. She just keeps getting more. Why do we even add that? She has it now. She's the only character that has that ability now. I don't know what to do. I just wanted to make a fun MMO game and have fun. Now this girl's ruining my life. Well, now I understand why that guy in that one game just killed everybody off and trapped them all in the video game, because this is getting ridiculous. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed talking and fanboying about these cute anime girls just playing video games, and specifically MMOs. I would say watch all these shows if it piqued your interest, but if you're going to take away one of these shows, at least watch bofuri, because it's ridiculous enough and very enticing enough to be able to just embellish yourself in a game of just a cute girl playing an MMO. With that being said, my name is Dakota Broskie. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed listening to me rant and fanboy about anime girls playing MMOs as much as you enjoyed watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video, comment down below if I missed an anime about a video game, girls playing video games, or if you're mad at me for shitting on Dot Hack. With that being said, take it easy. I appreciate you guys. Be safe. Wear a seatbelt. I love you.